What's up, YouTube? It's your boy RushMoreRick, and we're back with another reaction video. We're about to see why men are checked out of all the singles events. Why singles events are going on, and it's only 90% women. We're about to see. I think we all know why. You know what I'm saying? It's a heavy inflation going around, and it ain't just financial. It's a relationship inflation, friendship inflation. Fucking groceries is high, rent is high. The cost of living is high. The cost of existence is high. Social burdens are high. It's a lot going on right now. So let's see what they think is the reason why, and then let's see if we can give our input and, you know what I'm saying, see what makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I recently went to a singles event and it was 90% women, and I was wondering, like, where's all the dudes?
At home. We're at home. All the men are at home, or we're out the way. We're not going to places that, you know what I'm saying, where it's not even a good chance that you're going to be selected. We're not going to a place where you sit down and you have a conversation with a woman, and it's almost like you're sitting in front of just a vessel, just in front of a being that's they clearly don't want to be there. They're not interested in you. Like, that's the thing. I think people aren't interested in people anymore because people are just so interested in other people's lives online and not in person. I think that's what it is.
I don't know, but they're not there. And that's cool. Not like I care.
Now, women,
you care. I feel as though if you're going to a dating event and you're not gay, you know what I'm saying? Because if bi, or whatever term you want to use, right? If you go to a dating event and it's 90% women and you're making this video as the woman, you'll be a kid in a candy store. You'll be surrounded by tons of options, tons of people that you can connect with, tons of people you can, you know what I'm saying, talk to, communicate with, see who you like and see who you don't like. But the fact that, you know what I'm saying, you went to a singles event, you know what I'm saying, you took your time to put your information, you know what I'm saying. From what I see with the single events, I've never been to one, but you got to walk up to a table. They give you a little sticker that you put on your chest and shit. You did all of that. If you went through that whole process, you don't have the right to say that you don't care, because you do care. You made a video about it. You showed up. You're disappointed. It's okay. It's okay. You're disappointed.
Wonder why men don't show up to singles events. For years, they said proudly, "Don't approach me. I don't need a man." Now, in their 40s, they're suddenly looking for a husband, showing up where men used to be. But those men heard them. They stopped approaching, stopped waiting. They focused on themselves, got fit, built lives, married women who actually wanted them. Men grew tired of being treated as optional, only noticed when convenient. So they walked away. And now, women are facing the quiet truth. You can't tell someone they're unnecessary for decades, then expect them to still be there when you're ready. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're trying to hit 500 subscribers.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's your boy RushMoreRick. We dropping tons of videos. You know what I'm saying? We got a diverse catalog over here. We doing tons of shit.
Or they're just not in the mood to talk. I think we've all been there, right? Like, you've gone out with your friends and you're like, this is about me and my friends. This is not about other people tonight. And so I really think going to these dating events is such an untapped opportunity for men. And it's crazy to me because women's tickets for events sell out so quickly all the time. I've seen events where the women's tickets sell out within 15 minutes. And then men's tickets are still available until like an hour before the event. It's crazy. So yeah, I think I really...
It's something about that though. And I firmly believe, right, not everybody is so different where everybody formulate these thoughts that people don't agree with them. I know there's a man out there that agrees with me, whether he watches this video or not, whether he's a supporter of the channel or not. I know there's a man that out there that agrees with me that just feels like you're paying to play. And it's like, it's not even 100% guaranteed that you're going to play. You know what I'm saying? You're signing yourself up for a singles event that you gotta pay for, and then you put your best foot forward, you put your best outfit on, you get your hair cut, you got a good fragrance on, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? You make yourself the most appealing that you can be just to go. And I'm optimistic. I like to believe that there's somebody for everybody. I firmly believe that. But at the same time, who's to say that your person, out of billions and trillions of people on the planet, who's to say that your person is going to be at this pub at 10 o'clock because you signed up for it? You know what I'm saying? Your dating pool is limited. And I feel as though if you're going to a singles event, you're dating out of a dating pool of desperation. And I don't mean that to offend anybody. I believe singles events are good because as you get older, you find it hard. It's like it's not easy to just meet people. You know what I'm saying? Like unless you're in some type of club that is like a funnel, not a funnel, a revolving door that's bringing people in and taking people out. You know what I'm saying? For lack of better words, like a run club. People are joining run clubs and leaving run clubs every other day, every other week. You know what I'm saying? That's a event. That's a group that funnels new people in all the time. So even if you're not dating, you're just meeting people constantly. Now with dating events, I feel as though it's like you're struggling to meet somebody in your everyday life, or you're not putting yourself out there, or you're trying to put yourself out there, but you're just not getting the right, you know what I'm saying, the right reception. People aren't being receptive to your feelings. So you sign yourself up for a dating event to date out of a pool selection of other desperate people that aren't getting the results they want in the real world, in their everyday life. So it's just like, I know there's some men like me that would agree that I really wouldn't want to waste my time like frequenting a dating event, a singles event, you know, especially something you got to pay for. Like I feel like it's more organic, more natural to meet your person in the wild. You know what I'm saying? Don't meet your person in a place where they feel obligated to talk to you until they say, "Oh, time's up. Let's switch." Like, no, to me, that's just like, that's unnatural, unorganic, it's desperate.
Like, I really believe in dating events, especially because I think there's actually way more manners in dating events. The problem with dating apps is like things like ghosting. And ghosting to me is a lack of...
Yeah, and dating apps are pointless too, especially if you're a man. If you're not the most super duper attractive man, like one of the most super duper attractive men in the world, where your side profile, your every picture you take, you look like a fucking Greek god. And I'm not trying to glaze, but it's like we live in a superficial world. Let's be real with ourselves. I already know who I am. I know I'm not the most attractive man. I know I'm not. You know what I'm saying, every picture of me is not going to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? So if I can see those things about myself, but I'm still confident and know that I'm not hideous. I'm not somebody that's like if I go up and talk to a woman, they're going to say, "Ew, walk away from me." No, it's not that. But it's like when you're on these dating apps, you're being judged constantly within a swipe. Like, and it's always women who are the most superficial. Like, you won't even get a fucking chance. You won't get a message. You won't get a match. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to meeting naturally in person, where it's like, okay, this person, I caught them at a coffee shop on a random day. Like, they don't even have their best of their best on, but they look appealing to my eye. We had small talk. I like what I'm hearing. Like, it doesn't feel crazy. This person doesn't seem like a lunatic. They don't seem like they got some loose screws up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to meet somebody that way, because dating apps, if you're not a certain criteria, if you're not built to succeed on all levels, like you have the face, you have the body, in your pictures there's some form of status, whether you're flexing your money, you got some cars, you got something about you that just adds on to all, like I said, the face and the body. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna succeed at high rates. You're just not. And it's not your fault. I don't blame men. I don't blame men who don't succeed on dating apps. The women don't give you a chance to. And believe it or not, the most attractive men who are on dating apps are the same exact way, but vice versa. They're not gonna match with every single woman just because they know that they're capable of matching with any woman on the app. You know what I'm saying? It goes both ways, but it leans more in the favor of the women when you start dealing with dating apps and social media and shit.
Respect and manners, right? It doesn't take much to say, "Nice talking to you, but I don't feel a connection, goodbye." Like, it doesn't take much to do that.
That's not true, because people don't like conflict in today's society. They don't like face-to-face rejection. Some people do, some people don't. I'm a person, I really don't like face-to-face rejection. Do I know it happens? Yes. Have I experienced it before? Yes. Very minimally, but that's because I don't really be, you know what I'm saying? One, I'm in a relationship now, but even before, I wasn't just out here being Kobe. I wasn't just throwing bricks at the wall, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't just throwing shots up at the court, you know what I'm saying? That's just not something that you do. Once you experience the right rejection, you start to tread lightly. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't think what she's saying is true. He said it doesn't take much to just say, nah, this isn't for me. When in reality, it does take much. It takes a lot. You know what I'm saying? It takes a big set of balls to tell somebody to their face that you're not attracted to me. You're not like a likable person to me. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't see this conversation going places. That's why women don't. That's why a lot of women, they give their number out, whether it be a real number or a fake one, because they don't want to put themselves in an awkward situation. And a lot of men don't extend that olive branch and approach women like cold approaching unless they got, you know what I'm saying, super duper confidence out this world. But a lot of men aren't just doing that for the simple fact that they don't have what it takes to hear a no. They don't have what it takes to have that feeling of, I'm not good enough for this woman that I like. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Because we're digital and we're just constantly swiping.
These are the requirements that you need to have in order to date me, a single mom of 3 kids. Number 1 is that you need...
A single mom of 3 kids has requirements, and this is why I'm going to let her finish. I ain't going to go too deep, too heavy, but it's like, this is why the dating market is so fucked up for a lot of people, men and women. It's fucked up because you got people who put themselves in, and I'm not saying her 3 kids is a burden. I'm sure she loves her 3 kids. She should. You're a mom. You did it once, you did it twice, and you did it a 3rd time. So you must love your children. But at the same time, you beggars can't be choosers. You don't want your kids to grow up without a father. So why are you having? Let's hear him first. Let's hear her standards first.
need to be making at least $130K a year.
Ma'am, I want to see the car that she's driving in, because the car that you're driving in doesn't even indicate that you're ready in life to be interacting with people that make $130K a year, if we're being honest. You know what I'm saying? Not being rude, not being mean, you know what I'm saying? Or if you feel that way, who gives a fuck? I don't care. But it's just like, the person you want needs to be making $130K a year. What have you done in your life to position yourself to be around those people that's making $130K a year? Like, man, most people aren't even making fucking 50 to 60K a year. If, like, wake up. Like, people are delusional as shit.
And you need to have at least 2 side hustles. If you cannot make $130K or more, then you are out of my fucking league.
So it's like, you need to have a job that you're making $130K a year, and you need to have 2 side hustles. Now, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? That's a very ambitious person. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have a career that you're getting paid 6 figures, well into 6 figures, and you also got 2 side hustles that are, whether they're getting you paid periodically over time, whatever. That's a very ambitious person. But think about it in an aspect of relationship. You have 3 kids. You're gonna want that man to You're gonna want that man to spend time with you. You're gonna want that man to be there for you and your kids. Well, what time does a man that's working a job that pays 6 figures and has 2 side hustles, you know what I'm saying, have the time? That, like, you're either gonna grow resentment towards him for always working or putting work first over you, or you're gonna cheat. You're gonna fall out of love. You're gonna fall out of like. You're gonna wanna be with him for the monetary value, because you know he can afford your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta do too much. You could probably be a stay-at-home mom. You know what I'm saying? But that's not a relationship to me. Like, that's not 2 people being there for each other to build a family. That's not. You know what I'm saying? You want a sugar daddy. You want a father. You want somebody to pay your bills and afford your lifestyle. That's what it sounds like. And then you want to say he's out of your league if he don't meet those qualifications. Ma'am, you're not even somebody that's gonna scratch the criteria of those 130K men, because you had 3 children. I can see if you had 1. 2 is pushing it, but you have 3 kids. You're automatically gonna be seen as a burden.
How do you expect to give me money for my kid?
How do you expect you to give me money for your kid? See?
It's if you only make 50K a year. Second is, I don't date men that are younger than me, because for obvious reasons. So if you are 26 and over, then you qualify. 26 to 35 is the age limit. Okay, I feel like 35 is pushing it because they look old as fuck already.
This has to be satire, but I say this has to be satire because I'm not willing to believe that, like, I don't know this woman from a can of paint, but a lot of people get on TikTok and they're performative and they say whatever gets the clicks and whatever gets people talking about them. Like, I'm not naive to this shit, but it's like there are genuinely some people who roam this earth with this type of ideology, and they're the ones that are fucking up the ecosystem. They're fucking up the dating market. They're fucking up the world. You know what I'm saying? You had 3 kids and you're single and you're on TikTok in your car, probably on your lunch break. I hope she on her lunch break. I hope she has some form of income because she says she's single, but she's like, you're making these criterias when you're a single mother of 3. And I'm not trying to shame single mothers of 3. I swear I'm not, but it's like, you're insane if you think that you could just have your cake and eat it too. You done had your cake 3 fucking times, probably with 3 different bakers, and now you want a 4th baker to come save the day. Nah, this is not that party. At that point, you got to take what you can get respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Out of the options that you have, take the best one. Take what you can get.
I'm 26.
I ain't gonna pause on her no more. I'm gonna let her.
You have to have at least 3 cars under your name. Your second car has to have 8 seats because I have 3 kids. So I want them to be comfortable whenever we go with you on a trip or something. You want me to come with you? I'm gonna bring my kids, and you need to have enough space for my kids. So that's why I require you to have an SUV and a vehicle of your own if you're gonna be dating me. Another requirement is that you have to have a property under your name, and you have to be looking into getting your second property. Have to get a home that has 6 rooms because each of my kids have to be in their own room. So you have to be considerate. Purchase a house that has 6 rooms because that's only common sense. Like, and if you cannot meet those requirements, then you're not the fucking one. The last requirement is that it has to be pink. If it's not pink, no. Pink and brown go together. Pink and brown, like what? Duvalin.
Stop it. Get some help.
We're going to another
Retarded. Like, that's the word that I had. Like, the moment she first opened her mouth, like, you ever hear somebody talk and then you just have initial thoughts, and it's like, all right, I don't want to release the initial thought because I don't want to judge that person. Let me keep hearing them out. Let me keep letting them cook. Let me see if they can actually be the chef. And my initial thoughts, they stayed. You sound retarded. I don't know if you are. She sounds verbally coherent, but she also sounds retarded.
Vegas singles event. And I commented and told everybody about this event. So if you didn't know, I don't know what to tell you. Follow Vegas Girl Events and Vegas Brunch Boys. I don't know what to tell you. Don't ask me. I am not the social media person for these events, people. Come on now. But it is in this place called Doberman's where you can't take any photos or videos. So I can't show y'all if it's hella black people in there. I can't show y'all the different age groups. I'm just gonna have to tell you after. It was so hard to find a parking spot. We walked parked far, and I'm like literally a person that always finds good parking. So I'm very upset that I had to park like a block away. Okay, video girl, how'd you like it?
Oh, we had a time. A time was had.
Yeah, she was talking to some man all night. But there was a lot of women there.
Lots of women. Lots of straight women.
There wasn't that many men there. And okay, the age group was all over the place. It was like 40, 30, middle-aged.
And when I think dating events, I think those are the people, you know what I'm saying, where you start to get to mid-30s, approaching early 40s, probably even mid-40s. You're setting, you like, all right, I need to do something. I gotta sign up for a dating event. I gotta procreate. I gotta find a life partner because I don't want to die alone. When I think dating events, when I think singles events, I think that's where those people are going. And like I said, it's nothing wrong with that. It's just like you're struggling in the real world. You're struggling in your everyday life to find somebody on that same wavelength as you. So you got to put yourself in an environment where other desperate people, like other people who are yearning for a connection that's just not there in their everyday life. Like, I think that's what the type of people are these singles and dating events.
All the things.
The variety.
way more women than men there. I'm telling y'all, like,
Right, we get it. We get it.
Women and women, they're starting to feel the silence. For a long time, men went out, approached women, tried to connect, only to get turned down, dismissed, or told they just weren't enough, again and again and again. So they stopped. Not out of spite, but out of self-respect. Now men have found their peace. They're no longer chasing, no more begging for attention or validation. They're focused on building themselves, their goals, their future, their lives on
Let's do one
Why
more.
your
One
standards,
more.
lower your expectations. Why
Let's
dating
see.
relationships. See men
any reject.
about why women's expectations for dating relationships is so freaking high. See them say things like lower your standards, lower your expectations. Why? What is implied in all of those statements is men are basically saying lower your expectations, lower your standards because I am still better than some other man. What men don't seem to understand is you're not competing against other men. You are competing against me, my independence, and what I am capable of.
But see, and that's the problem right there. You are like, why is it a competition? Relationships and the deciding factor whether you get into them or not, it should not be a thing where there's a competition. There's like, why do I have to compete for your love? Why do I have to compete to have an opportunity or a chance to show you that I'm a good man? And she's saying that men are saying lower your standards. No, men are saying be realistic. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck off of social media and seeing what all these people who are faking their lives and their lifestyles and faking their relationships and faking their love. Like you're getting your dating advice from them. You're getting your dating tips from them. You're getting everything that I want in a relationship. That woman in some part of the world that I've never been, that I've never seen, that I've never talked to, I want what she has. And that's where a lot of women are right now. And I don't know why. Like, men aren't saying lower your standards and accept me because I'm bottom of the barrel trash and I deserve love too. Men aren't saying that. What we're saying is work with me. Give me a chance. Give me a chance to prove that I can, you know what I'm saying, be something, be somebody for you. You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't just be, I hate that it's always like, that's the world that we live in. You can't change that. The men are always going to be the chasers and the women are always going to be the chased. Like, there's hunters, there's predators, there's prey. That's how the science of life works. I get that. And that's probably never going to change. Never. But at the same time, I hate the fact that it's always men that always have to be the ones to prove themselves. You know what I'm saying? And now it's slowly turned into like those 1% of men or 10% of men who are super duper successful, rich, millionaires, trillionaires, billionaires, whatever. They get to see life from a perspective that no other man will most likely ever see life, where they have women trying to prove themselves to them. When in reality, even that's proving yourself to another human, to me, is just fundamentally wrong, because no matter what you have in this life, gang, you bleed blue just like the next person. You're no better than the next person other than the choices that you make. You know what I'm saying? And as far as I'm concerned, you're as long as you're not a crackhead or a dope fiend, or, you know what I'm saying, like on that type time, I feel as though you can be compatible with anybody. It's just all about preference. It comes down to compatibility, and it comes down to giving somebody a chance. Are you willing to give them a chance? Are you willing to hear them out? Are you willing to go on a date? Are you willing to have a conversation? Are you willing to, you know what I'm saying, introduce yourself, or, you know what I'm saying, interact with another person? Are you willing to do the work when it comes to building that connection? Or you just, all right, if this person comes up to me and they don't have A, B, or C, we automatically can't be, you know what I'm saying? If they don't meet my requirements, if they don't meet my standards, we can't be something. That's wrong. That's fundamentally wrong. And a lot of women are going to die alone because they have that mindset, or they're going to wait too late. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure a lot of women, they've had men in their lives young that if you stayed with them, that could have really been something that you could have stuck your entire life out with. But no, they're pushing it to the side because there's always better. There's this perceived notion that I can always find better better exists. Better is around the corner. Better is down the street. Better is in a different county. Better is in a different state, different city, different country. There's always better, and that's the problem with people. Even myself, I could be honest. Like everybody thinks that there's always better. In reality, there could be, but you're limited in the potentials of something that you have out of the pursuit of better. You shouldn't always pursue better. And I think that's what everybody's caught up in right now. You shouldn't always pursue better. You shouldn't. Some aspects you should, but that don't mean you don't dump a good guy for a great guy. You don't dump a good girl for a great girl. You know what I'm saying? You don't dump a good person for a better person. Like, it's crazy. Like, the dating world is so fucked up right now, and if we don't fix it, a lot of people is just gonna die alone with no kids. But that's your prerogative. It's your boy RushMoreRick. If you enjoyed the content, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment, leave a dislike, whatever you feel. Like, especially a comment. Comments is more important to me than likes or whatever. Obviously, I want y'all to subscribe, but comment, interact with me. I want to see how y'all think. I want this to be a conversation. That's what I like on this channel. I like engagement. We out of here.